Hi, everyone. This marks my 40th year of broadcasting the news to you in Portland, and I think we have a very special relationship. I know I feel that way. I think back on when my children were born, and now they have children, and I shared those births with you on the air. That's how far back we go. And I rarely talk about things real personal, but I think it's time I talk about something that's been happening with me. Back in 2018, I was diagnosed with Meniere's disease. What is Meniere's disease? Well, it's a devastating disease that takes away your hearing. I wear hearing aids for the last several years. Many of you wear hearing aids, but even with my hearing aids in, I have profound hearing loss. So you might say, well, Jeff, how do you communicate on the air if you have severe hearing loss? Well, you often see anchors. We wear an earpiece in our ear because that's how the directors, the producers communicate to us. That's how they tell us there's breaking news. And I will say a few years ago when I was diagnosed with this disease, I thought my career in TV as a communicator was over. But through technology, I was able to make this work. And let me tell you how. This is what they call an IFB box. So this is what transmits the directions to us. And normally, and you see this anchor people and weather people, they clip this on the side of their body or on a belt. They have their earpiece that runs up, and that's how they communicate, the directors and the producers. I can't do that because technically I'm deaf. I couldn't hear, and I couldn't, even with an earpiece, I can't hear. I plug this device into something behind the desk, another device here, and it transmits wirelessly into my hearing aids, and then I can hear. And then I keep my phone on the desk, and I can control the volume with the phone. So they're sort of like earbuds in a way, but very fancy earbuds. Recently, I was advised that my hearing is getting worse, and I'm a good candidate for what they call a cochlear implant. And that's when they actually do surgery and put a wire into your auditory nerve, and there's a receiver that you wear on your head right here, and it's connected to the receiver, and then you can hear. And I hope that will open up a whole new world to me because it's been pretty tough out in the real world. If I could just walk around with this device all day long, it would be great. But I can't. And I find it very hard sometimes when I'm in the store, if I'm in a restaurant, when I'm in a crowd. And I know many of you who have a hearing loss, you can feel isolated even with your hearing aids sometimes. So I'm going to continue that journey. I have an evaluation for a cochlear implant scheduled for later this fall. And I don't know how that'll turn out. I'll share that with you. But recently, I was at Tucker Maxon School where they're celebrating their 75th year teaching hard of hearing and deaf children. And I was so inspired by some of those little kids who have the hearing aids and the cochlear implants. And I think that visit there and sharing that story with you on the news about my visit to Tucker Maxon actually inspired me to take that next step and explore getting a cochlear implant. I don't know how it'll turn out. I'll share that with you. Like I said, I don't really like to share a lot of information, personal information about myself, but I think after all these 40 years in TV, I think we really do have a connection here, and I just wanted to share that information with you. I think it's time. So I'll keep you up to date on how my hearing loss is going, and maybe I'll take you along as I make that journey next to explore a cochlear implant and share that information with you. But I just want to thank you for welcoming me into your home every night, even though I have hearing loss. So thank you very much. I appreciate all of you.